wonderful humans. My name's Katie Kanish, and I am depressed today. It's interesting that today's SSS VEDA prompt is like, what have you learned from the past 15 days of filming? Because when I woke up this morning, I was completely consumed with the thought that nothing that I could ever do would ever amount to anything, that all of my goals were pointless, that everything that I could ever try to do creatively was pointless. And even though in the back of my head I knew that it was depression talking, I'm grateful that I now have like the clarity of mind to be able to identify my depression when it pops up. For a long time I didn't, and even now it's still kind of hard to. I've talked about my mental health a fair amount already, and you probably know that my main mental health struggles are related to anxiety. I have panic disorder and generalized anxiety disorder, but in addition to those, I also have depressive episodes. My psychiatrist's opinion on it is that my depression kicks in when I'm extremely anxious, which is, astute. But yeah, it's ironic that today's prompt is, what have you learned from 15 days of putting up videos? And this morning I was convinced that I was going to quit, but I'm not. Instead of quitting, I'm here talking about feeling depressed. Not really feeling depressed, being depressed. There is an important distinction. Depressed, unfortunately, it gets misused often. I think that depressed, just even in a dictionary sense, can just mean extremely sad, and depression is its own beast. So using the word depressed is fraught and often inaccurate, kind of like anxious and anxiety. I wrote about this a little bit in one of my Medium posts, which I might link to below, that I hate the word anxiety. So yeah, sometimes I have depressive episodes. And today I'm in the middle of one. Welcome to it. I think that now I'm going to quote another person's piece on Medium. Her name is Allison Raskin. You might know her from her own glorious YouTube presence with Gabby Dunn. They have a channel called Just Between Us. I suggest that you check it out. Allison has OCD, and she wrote a piece for Medium on mental health, and I'm going to read part of it to you right now. Enough backstory. Where am I now? What vast knowledge do I possess in exchange for my suffering? First off, it's really important to drink a lot of water, eat well, and try to get enough sleep. Make sure you exercise 3 to 4 times a week and stay away from fast food. If you're wondering why my advice sounds like basic health tips you'd find on a poster at your GP's office, you probably have a misunderstanding of mental illness. It's an illness, and the best thing everyone can do is treat it as such. Yeah. I don't have good advice on how to deal with depression. That's not my area of expertise. I think I can kind of speak to my experience with anxiety pretty well after years of practice and experience. But the best way that I found to cope with my depression is to go really mechanically through the things that I know that make me happy. And most of the time when I'm in a depressive state, I don't feel happiness associated with those things at all. I don't feel happy doing them. I don't feel happy making this video. But I know that posting videos over the past 2 weeks has made me happy. I know the community that I found myself in makes me happy. So this is one of the things that I'm mechanically making myself do. Later I'll also probably meditate and do yoga and work out and use a nice shower scrub in the shower. Did I really have to specify that? Maybe do my nails. I don't know. Play music. Playing music is a big one for me in terms of things that make me happy. And upload this video. See if anybody watches it. Who knows? That's it. That's all I've got today. I don't want to open this up to tips on depression, because even from well-intended people with mental illness, often they can just tell you to have a positive outlook. And when you're experiencing depression, that's a great thought. But even though I know that this is my brain just kind of being a d-hole, I don't know. The thoughts just kind of take over everything. I know that this will pass. I know that even by tonight, I'll have climbed myself out of the hole a little bit. I'll probably even feel better by tomorrow. And I consider myself lucky in that regard, that I don't have, full-time depression. I just have depressive episodes, but it still really sucks. So if you do have, what's the name for it, major depressive disorder, I feel for you, because if I felt this way all the time, oof. Which isn't to say that I'm like ranking the mental illnesses, because I think that often anxiety isn't taken that seriously compared to everything else, and it can be incredibly debilitating. So please don't take it that way. Sometimes anxiety sucks. Anxiety always sucks. The way that I experience it sucks. So yeah, I don't know, comment with the thing that makes you the most happy to do, even if it's very simple. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.